Opening drive.
It's opening drive.
Opening drive.
It's the opening drive.
It's smart, it's local, and it's a whole lot of fun. Real opinions, real laughs, and real connection to the Ozarks every single morning. From breaking down the biggest games to celebrating the best of the Ozarks, debating the poll question of the day, and reacting to your messages live. This is Sports Radio done differently. The Opening Drive with Tom and Rob. Weekdays 7 to 9 a.m. on ESPN The Jock.
Good Friday. That's a good one, wasn't it? Friday is here. We are here. It's Friday. You guys know you're stoked about this weekend, aren't you? Everybody out there stoked about this weekend. I have no idea what's going on this weekend, but I'm stoked about this weekend. Tom, you stoked about this weekend?
Absolutely. Who is this guest host that I have here?
I don't have my glasses on. How about I'll do the old guy with no hair. I'll do that today, huh?
You got your ears lowered and you're wearing glasses.
Because I can't see my computer, which is halfway across the desk over there.
Yeah, you need a magnifying glass.
I had to raise the type on it yesterday. You had to do the Zoom things because I couldn't read it so far away. But hey, I'm glad everyone's here today. Tom, I'm glad you're here. You did the Cardinals last night.
Yes. Let me throw this out.
Spring Birds.
It was the Ozarks Snipe Hunters last night.
You did Snipe Hunter. That's so appropriate.
Yes. So now, still the Springfield Cardinals, but they were wearing the Snipe Hunters.
Oh, that's so
unis.
Appropriate for you, Tom.
So yeah, this is perfect for me. But these are the uniforms that us broadcasters hate.
You can't see the numbers.
Can't see the numbers. It was kind of black, kind of camouflage, and then they've got the green, little dark green numbers, and I'm like, oh no! One day I didn't bring my binocs.
Oh, you did. Oh, you didn't bring the Knox. Oh my gosh!
So I'm relying on TV, and I had to wait until the camera actually zoomed onto the pitcher and his number, because I'm up in the booth by myself.
Sure.
I'm up there with nobody to help me.
Yeah.
And you can't hear. It's like you watched Charlie Brown when you were a kid, and the teacher.
Yeah.
Wah, 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 wah,
Yeah.
wah, wah, wah. So they got the official scorekeeper that tells you what's going on.
Sure.
And when Don Luzader's not up there, you can hear Don. He's perfect.
Booming
Whoever was doing it last night was like, now pitching, wah, 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 wah,
Oh
wah,
my
wah,
gosh.
wah. I'm like, okay, well, there we go. No, it was great though. Cardinals won 800th career win for manager Patrick Anderson.
Oh, that's
Congratulations
great. Yeah.
to him. And it was their 7th straight win. So guess I'm a good luck charm.
There you go. 7th straight win. You go. Now you're going what? Saturday and Sunday this week?
Saturday, Sunday. Yep.
Oh, nice. So Tom doing some spring bird action for the weekend. So I know what he's doing this weekend. That's awesome. I don't know what I'm doing this weekend. Probably macheting grass, probably the woods.
I was going to say, just take it easy.
Beating back the woods, probably.
When you live at the compound.
Yep. The country estate.
Yes. And you've given your staff the weekend off.
I don't know why I did that.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know why I give staff the weekend off. But anyway, it's going to be a great weekend. Hey, some storms in the area. Be aware of those today, especially north of us. Take your time. Don't be coming up too hot on people. It's, get those oils on the road. You don't want to slip off the road or something, So be careful there today. It is Friday, July 31st. Today, the last day of July. We are August tomorrow, and we are now focusing in on back to school. Yes, I said it. Half of you out there are like going, yes. Half of you are like going, I want more summer. Well, this is the longest summer we'll have in the next 37 years. So, Labor Day is not till the 7th of September this year. So you'll have a little extra time here, but I know school gets back and rolling, and practices, I guess, start on Monday for fall sports. So it's going.
New lineup starts Monday. Here on ESPN The Jock. I say new lineup. ESPN with the new lineup. They'll have the Golics right after us.
Yep, not us. We're still here. Going to be here for a while. So that's awesome. You want to join us each and every Monday through Friday, 7 to 9 a.m. With all this stuff, hubbubaloo happening with radio stations in town and such and blah, blah, blah. We'll still be here. So looking forward to keep entertaining you throughout the morning, 7 to 9 a.m. Then Goldix on after us. Then Rich Eisen on after the Goldix, 11, I think 11 to 2.
Yes.
Then I don't know this.
There's a show.
It's good, though.
Yeah, it is a good show from the weekends. I should have brought the whole list.
Yeah,
here.
we'll do it. We'll line it up on Monday for you. And then Freddie and Harry after that. So it's a good lineup.
Great lineup. The show from 2 to 4 is one that plays on the weekend. And I listen to them. I'm in my car all the time on the weekend. And great show.
Yeah,
fantastic
you're gonna like
show.
that.
So, yep.
All right. Well, lots of things to talk about today. But the first thing we need to do before we get too far into the show is talk about, well, that blew that. Wow, I'm running the board. I blew it. You know why I blew it?
Yeah, new haircut.
New haircut, and I didn't have my hotkey up there.
Play it again, sports.
I tell you what, Play It Again Sports, located in Fremont Shopping Center. You want to check them out this weekend. Lots of great deals, but their football and soccer stuff and their volleyball stuff, their fall gear is in. So you're going to want to check them out because fall practices for Misha, I think, start on Monday. So you can check that out, get all the gear you need. Mighty Mites football, all that kind of stuff. You might need that. Your youth soccer, get your new shinnies, get your new cleats, all that kind of stuff. Play It Again Sports, located in the Fremont Shopping Center.
So we do, I'll tell you a little bit about the show today. It's Red Friday, which, of course,
I'm wearing the red. Where's your red?
Yep.
Dude, come on, we got to coordinate a little
little
better.
red right there. In the
Okay,
patch.
Hall of Famer. Nice job.
So we got a little Red Friday today. Talk some Chiefs football. It's our Bear Tracker today. Corey Riggs will be in. You know, the sneaker soiree is coming up tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
And we'll talk with Corey about that, among other things. He'll be in at 8:20 this morning. Also, Ryan Boman from Sports Illustrated. Did I tell you that story about Sports Illustrated?
That's a pretty cool deal.
Well, no, I mean, I when
about
he called,
Ryan Bowman. Oh, yeah, when they called about how you thought
Yeah,
they
I'm
were
thinking,
collections company.
Yeah, they're going to be collecting for my magazines back. That was it, man.
Yeah.
You know, most people ask for, a new bike or, something else, a bat, a glove.
Yeah.
I asked for Sports Illustrated.
That was a big thing back in the day, Tom. I did the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I would really like the Sports Illustrated subscription. And yeah, there it is.
And then I asked, when was the swimsuit issue again? No. But anyway, I get a call and the message said, Ryan from Sports Illustrated. I'm like, oh gosh, here we go.
Here we go.
Yep.
They're coming after me.
Normally I don't call bill collectors back, but I did call. I was interested in this one because it did say Sports Illustrated. In my heart, I'm thinking, well, new job for Tom.
There you go.
New job for Tom.
Yeah.
Working for the big guys.
Yes.
Nope.
No,
That's
that wasn't
not
it either.
Nope. So anyway, Ron will be on at 8:00. He is a writer for Sports Illustrated. Kind of grew up in Southern Illinois where I did. And he's going to talk trade deadline with us.
Oh, nice.
He's covering that. That's his beat, Major League Baseball.
Sweet.
Yeah.
That's going to be great. So MLB trade deadline stuff coming up at 8:00.
8:00. Corey Riggs at 8:20. Rosie Joe's at 8:40. Does it get any better than that?
It doesn't. You know why it's Rosie Joe's? Because it's Friday. It's Friday. So we're going to give away some Rosie Joe's today.
We're trying to tap dance away from talking about the Cardinals and the Royals. There's so many superlatives in that Royals Minnesota game. Never heard of an ultimate grand slam before, but we had one last night. You know, how many firsts have the Royals been a part of this year? Not always positive, but last night it was a first for a while. They had an ultimate grand slam hit against them.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of that before?
That's something they made up because I've seen one of those before. Dodger Stadium, Giants Dodgers. It was in let's see, it'd been early October. No, it's right before. It's been late September because it's the last series of the year. The Dodgers had to win the game to go to the playoffs against Barry Bonds. Steve Finley comes up, bases loaded, jacks one out, walk off, grand slam. Is the ultimate means they had 0 runs and won?
No, it apparently means down 3 And
That's what that was. Yeah. So I saw that.
Yep.
And they won the game, and then there were riots that ensued. It was pretty crazy.
15th ultimate Grand Slam ever. It is more rare than a perfect game.
Then I saw one of those
Two
in person.
You didn't see last night.
Yeah, I didn't. Well, I did. I listened to it, but I didn't see it. No. But I mean, I watched one in person. Dodgers Giants back in 2004. I think it's 2004. That's crazy.
Ultimate. It's the 34th game winner, kind of walk off, but the ultimate, it's the 15th. So
yes,
very rare. I don't know how many times we've said that. There was let's see, who was it that had the big streak, 12 straight hits, and Tolbert. I mean, think about all the things that have happened to the Royals this year, either to them or that they accomplished.
Yeah,
in a game.
Mostly to them. But I tell you what, if I look at this is a, we can talk Royals a lot if we want to, but I'm probably not going to, because that was the Strom that broke the camel's back.
Oh, I see what you did there.
That when Matt Strom came in, when he came out of the pen, I texted my son Ryan. I said, "Hey, listen, what in the world is Strom coming in for?" And 3 pitches later, we found out, because he brought his gas can and his matches with him. The arsonist, 11 home runs he's given up this year.
Oh,
I mean, we're at a point where if it keeps happening, you have to change it, but we don't change it. And it's bad enough Ursig came in. I remember I was coming back from my haircut. I was in Branson, coming back from my haircut, and I was driving, to do those hills by Saddlebrook, that area, right, on 65 north, driving, and they go, "Well, we're going to the pen the Royals go, looks like, as we start the 9th inning. It's going to be Lucas Ursig." I'm like, what in the world are we doing? Why is Noah Cameron not still pitching? I don't understand that logic. It's August, basically. He should be able to complete out a one-hitter for your team. If he can't, he shouldn't be on the major league roster. 97 pitches. Don't give me we're going to protect his arm. They don't protect anybody's arm in Kansas City. Nobody. They don't protect anybody's arm. Why are all their people on the IL? They don't protect anybody. You might as well run his arm out and get a win.
We got an open for this segment if you want it.
I don't know where it is. I don't even know. I can't see that far.
Oh, you need your glasses.
All right, team, listen up.
Time now for Rob's Rant, where common sense meets a microphone and absolutely nothing is safe.
I would play that song just for Tears for Fears. I would do that just for the song. But in all reality, and I didn't want to get into it too early in the show, but we got other stuff to happen today when we get to, but I just don't, if that's not warranted of a firing, I don't know what is. Because after the game, Tom, Matt Quatrero, literally, it would have sounded like we won the game. I like that matchup, Stromy against that guy, lefty. I'm like, oh my gosh, stop. You had a lefty. His name is Noah Cameron. He was your lefty with a one-hitter through 8 innings. He was your lefty. You already had him. He's on your team. All you had to do is just let him finish out the game, dude. He earned it. He earned it, man. Don't give me this 97 pitches and he was running it up there. Are you kidding me? You don't care about any of these other guys throwing their arms out, but, we got to protect Noah Cameron from himself, I guess. You should have taken him out in the 6th inning then. Just stop it. Then they totally find new ways to blow games. And so you're sitting there with a team that has nobody in it other than Jack Caglione, who hit a monster rocket yesterday. Rocket. That thing was far and gone. That's the only guy. I mean, that's just win the game, win the series. That's all you got to do, and you move to tomorrow. He's all about moving to tomorrow all the time. But do the job today to win the game so you can play tomorrow. I don't understand that mentality. And then here now they're talking about, we're not going to trade these guys at the deadline. We're not going to do these changes. Do you know what Minnesota did last year at the deadline? Do you remember what they did? They traded their entire roster at the deadline last year. Do you remember that? Everyone. They brought up AAA, whoever their AAA affiliate, Salt Lake, whoever. That's who they brought up to finish out the season. And you know what their record is now? one game under 500. No, they're 500 record, I think. Maybe a slightly winning record, and they're only one game out of the playoffs. They sold their entire roster last year, except for Byron Buxton. Everybody. I mean, other teams do it. The Mets do it. Everybody does it, but not the Royals, because we're going to hold on to those guys. We're going to run it back again next year. Run it back to another 100-loss season next year. I mean, this is why you lose games. And you know what they're going to say, Tom? I guarantee this is what JJ's going to say and Contreras going to say. Well, we've been in a lot of one-run games lately. It could have gone either way. I guarantee they're going to say that. But you would have won most of them if you'd have made correct decisions. Lefty-lefty matchup. Stupid. You had one. Stop overthinking things. Stop giving these guys second chances. Urseg, you're down to one strike, man, and somehow the bases get loaded. You got to be sent to AAA today. You know, Strom needs to be DFA'd. He just needs to be DFA'd. You can't trade him for anybody. DFA him today. He should be DFA'd. Got to go, man.
So here is the skinny on what happened last night. Noah Cameron goes 8 shutout innings, a career high for him.
Yes.
A career-long start for Noah Cameron. Didn't give up any runs. Gives way to Lucas Ursig, who retired the first 2 batters.
Quickly.
Then on a 2-0 pitch, he hits Ryan Jeffers.
I don't even know what that's all about.
Royce Lewis, who's the star of the series, singled. Josh Bell walked to load the bases, and in comes the flamer.
The arsonist, Matt Strom. Who somehow has 3 wins on the season. I don't even know how that's even possible.
Now, here's the skinny on all of it. It was an 0-2 pitch.
Yes.
That Cody Clemens, this is Rodgers' son.
Yes.
Cody Clemens hit out for a ultimate grand slam and the ultimate win. The Minnesota Twins now 55-55. The Royals fall to 46-64.
You know, in the 46-64, fine, whatever. But that's a game you win. I just don't understand why we don't win games. Like they got walked off on Tuesday, Tom. That walk-off triple by Royce Lewis. The bullpen, once again, Alex Lang. Where's Steven Cruz? Why are we not losing the guy that used 6 pitches the other night and got us a win? Got us a save. Where's he? Is he hurt? Does he have a 7-pitch limit for the week? What is going on with these people? 6 pitches, and you can't come back in and pitch the next day, give me a couple of flamethrowers there for 100 miles an hour and get out of the game? No, we can't, because he's right-handed. Oh, that's right. We can't go righty on lefty. That would mess up my AI in the dugout that I'm not supposed to use. Horrible, man. Hugh should be fired. This is not even funny anymore. At some point, we're at a break, but at some point, I'm going to look up today. If I can reach my computer, I don't have long enough arms, but at some point, I'm going to look up today the record of the Philadelphia Phillies and the, who's the other one? And the Boston Red Sox, since they fired their managers and fired their staffs. I'm going to look up those records since they did that. Mangley, now the manager on one for Phillies. I don't even know who's managing the other team. It doesn't matter, Red Sox. But look at their records since then. They are awesome. It works. And I think the Mets are even playing better now since they fired Mendoza, whatever his name is.
Yep.
So anyway.
Well, the light at the end of the tunnel, they play at Colorado today.
That's not a light. We're going to get beat 2 out of 3 there because we're going to make 2 manager decisions. I'm telling you, we don't win. The Twins were right for the sweep. We could have knocked the Twins out of the playoffs this weekend because we've dominated them all year, but we don't. We go in there and we just mess around, dink around, we don't have Bobby, we don't have Vinny, we don't have all these people in line. It doesn't matter. We did enough to win yesterday. The pitchers have to win the games. You have to leave the guy in there who is doing the job. 1 hitter, career long, you said, right, Tom? Career long?
Yeah.
What's 3 more outs when you're that far?
97 pitches is the key. So we don't know, going in if they said we want to keep him at 100 or below. We don't know that, but 100 seems to be the key number for a lot of these starting pitchers. And again, back when, we were growing up, that was a joke. Nobody ever looked at pitch counts, but they do now. And there's still probably as many arm injuries or more now than there was back when we were
there. It doesn't change because they throw so much harder now. So you may have fewer pitches, but they're throwing 101,
Yeah.
So, I mean, it puts the strain on. All right. Hey, we got to take a break on the show. You're listening to The Opening Drive with Tom and Rob on ESPN The Jock, brought to you by Play Against Sports.
Want to hear ESPN The Jock without lifting a finger? Just say play ESPN on Jock on TuneIn to your smart speaker and take The Opening Drive with Tom and Rob, local sports, and your favorite shows anywhere in the house. ESPN The Jock, always on, always entertaining.
The leaves aren't the only thing that can get brighter in the fall. 'Tis the season to play under the lights. At Play It Again Sports, football and soccer players reload every year with lots of new and gently used gear. From shoulder pads, helmets, mouthpieces, gloves, and footballs to soccer shoes, shin guards, shorts, and jerseys. If you play a fall sport, it's more than likely we'll see you soon at Play It Again Sports. When you trade in, you win. Play It Again Sports in the Fremont Shopping Center.
Did that last hailstorm sideline your ride? Don't let hail win. Put Frontline Auto Hail on your team. They're the only shop where you pay zero deductible, and they'll handle your insurance claim from start to finish with all insurance carriers. Worried about your rates? Hail claims typically don't increase your insurance premiums. While other shops keep you on the bench, Frontline gets repairs started immediately, helping you get back on the road faster. Schedule your free inspection today at frontlineautohail.com. That's frontlineautohail.com.
When you start spending money on your marketing, making mistakes is not something you want to do. So Roy Williams, author of the best-selling books, The Wizard of Ads and Secret Formulas of the Wizard of Ads, presents the 10 most common mistakes in marketing. Number 10, ad speak. The truth about advertising is that people don't hate it, they hate boring advertising. No one cares that you've been in business since the late 60s. And they know just about anyone on the planet can say that they've got the biggest selection and friendliest staff. Don't waste time of your prospective customers with ad speak. Too many words wrapped around a tiny idea. Rather, entertain with your marketing. Tell people your story. Everyone can relate to and remember stories, and the more people can relate to and remember you, the better chance you have of earning a shot at their business. For more on the 10 most common mistakes in marketing, visit ZimmerCommunications.com. Your marketing resource in Southwest Missouri. ZimmerCommunications.com.
Culinary history with Retro Metro. For centuries, lobster was a delicacy reserved for those living close to the coast. Today, you don't need an ocean view to enjoy it, just a table at Retro Metro. Introducing Bergen Ravioli. Fresh ravioli stuffed with lobster and cognac, served in a Thermidor blue cheese and spinach sauce that's creamy and rich and unforgettable. Discover the all-new dinner menu at Retro Metro.
I'm Chef Tiny, inviting you to Retro Metro for some giant flavors. Your table is waiting.
Did you know you can listen to all your favorite ESPN The Jock programs live at 969thejock.com? The Opening Drive with Tom and Rob, A Coach's Perspective with Jenny Hopkins, The High School Show, ESPNthejock.com.
We'd like to invite you to join us on The Opening Drive. Give us a call or text at 417-866-0969 or reach out to us at the 96.9 Jock Chat app.
The question is out, and the internet has opinions. We've put today's hottest sports topic up on X, and now it's time to see where you stand. The Sports Poll Question of the Day on The Opening Drive with Tom and Rob on ESPN The Jock.
What a stupid question that is. What a stupid question. You ask a lot of stupid questions.
The Sports Poll Question of the Day on The Opening Drive with Tom and Rob on ESPN The Jock.
All right, back on the Friday edition of The Opening Drive with Tom and Rob on ESPN The Jock. Tom Ladd, Rob Rodgers, live at the ESPN The Jock worldwide headquarters in Springfield, Missouri. The Zimmer Midwest facility, beautiful facility. And
we're growing,
man. It's great. I mean, I kept looking at that. I saw this thing you threw up on Kevin Howard up there on our Jock page. You know, it's kind of
it was
sharing the story. You know,
yeah, it was about the whole company
and Newsleader, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Newsleader. But anyway, I'm just thinking. I guess I've been in radio. I've been in radio for a long time, but I started out in radio. You know, that's my major and all that kind of stuff. But I'm in mergers and acquisitions. I mean, that's what I do a lot with my job.
You and George Costanza.
Right. Mergers and acquisitions.
Import,
export business.
Yeah, that's Rob Rodgers.
What do you do for a living? It's funny, though, because when somebody will ask my wife what I do for a living, she goes, he works with money.
Yes, that's the best way to do it.
But I've seen this, not just in media, but I've seen, companies and do these types of things. And they always talk about creating synergies, right? Can you bring a company in and can we merge cultures and stuff? But what I've come to understand from the Midwest group that's going to be coming into this building with Zimmer purchasing those stations is that they're very much alike. As far as how they do things. So I think down the road, for you advertisers out there, you folks out there, a lot of you say, well, we're all going to be under one roof and that's going to limit up. No, it's going to expand things. I mean, it's going to really enable this company Zimmer to really expand and give even more customer service to their local customers. I'm excited about it. I think the digital part is huge. I think there's a lot of those type of things, but you need to advertise on the radio too. But as far as the programming, they're going to bring over some really good signals. And Zimmer, man, they do music well. So it's going to be pretty cool.
First thing Rob does, he meets the one of the owners the other day at the meeting, right?
Yeah.
First thing he does, I love your coffee. Are we going to have enough coffee for another station?
Exactly, right?
Yeah, he's already worried about all these extra people in the morning taking coffee. Is
Legit.
Earl's going to have, he's going to have a full-time job just in the break room making coffee.
Yes. You say that, Tom, you as a joke. I actually thought about that the other day because, when I get here, it's made or still under the brewer thing, right? And I have to put it together and put it up there because Earl started or Kevin makes it. And I'm thinking, okay, what if there's all these other people? Because, sometimes us and Dove's the only ones in here, but what if there's all these other people?
There will be
drinking my coffee. So I had to have a talk with Mr. Zimmer. John say, hey, listen, hey man, I need to make sure. I told him I'm a big fan of Caldies. I'm the guy. You got to make sure I'm taken care of. So maybe he'll give me maybe we have a separate carafe in here, in the corner.
In the Jock studio.
I can just go pump my own, right?
Yeah.
Like a little coffee stand in the corner right here, or maybe on that corner.
Yep.
That we could probably do that.
And
I'll ask Mr. Zimmer.
Rob also, after he praised Mr. Zimmer about his Caldies coffee, also said, by the way, if you need somebody to go to Hawaii where they make Caldies coffee, I'll be your man.
Because I have my Hawaii shirt on. Remember, he made a comment about my Aloha shirt. Hey, we got coffee plantations over here. I know. You need any help? I'm more than willing to be your what do you call it? Quality control guy.
Yeah,
QC guy. Yeah, I'm willing to do whatever. Mr. Zimmer's great. So hey, just let me know. No,
company guy.
There we go.
Company guy. Hey, our poll question of the day. Where can you find it, Rob?
Well, I just hit X, but my computer's like way over there. So I'm going to have to depend on you today.
Yep. You go to x.com or twitter.com as I do. I just continue to type that in there. And our handle is 96.9 The Jock. That's at 96.9 The Jock on Twitter. And every day at this time, 7:20 about there, we do our poll question of the day. So today we mentioned coming up at 8 o'clock, Ryan Boman's going to be on with us from Sports Illustrated, Rob.
Ooh, talk some baseball.
So my question today, do you believe in the SI cover jinx? Rob, do you believe in the Sports Illustrated cover? Remember the magazine?
Yes.
We always talked about if you got on the cover.
Is a jinx. Yeah, I remember that.
Do you believe in that? Absolutely. No, or I never had a subscription.
Who listening to this show never has a subscription to Sports Illustrated? I guess if you're young, I guess if you're like in your 20s, I guess, because back in the day that was the thing. I mean, we would go to school. We would take our Sports Illustrateds to school and compare stories and talk about stuff.
I still have. I've got a closet, maybe where all my hats are, from what my wife says, but I've got a closet down in the basement that's got boxes of stuff, tapes and just old radio stuff. I have probably 25 issues of Sports Illustrated in there I've kept over the years, Big Mac or whatever, Cardinals or big things that have happened, World Series or the Rams when they were in St. Louis.
Remember that? Yeah.
There's other ones like Jackie Stiles was featured in there, and I kept that magazine. But I've got just things that have been mentioned about people I have known or have covered or worked for.
Special things, yeah. final, the Final Four, or not Final Four, Sweet 16 run, all that kind of fun stuff like that.
Probably still have the Larry Bird at Indiana State covered.
Yes.
That's a big one.
I've got the, I think I still have, I don't have a lot of my Sports Illustrateds left. I may have, maybe hardly any, the Magic Johnson, Larry Bird cover, Celtics, Lakers. I may still have that one. That was a classic one.
So
back
you
in the
have
day.
a box too somewhere with stuff like that.
I don't have a lot of Sports Illustrated. I got a lot, all the media guides I've made over the
I
years,
do too.
the best ones,
Yep.
the ones I designed and stuff. I have those. I've whittled those down over the years. I'm like, that was great. And I kind of look back and I kind of sucked on that one. I get rid of that one. But most of them, stuff I've worked on, just not that I ever need it for like a resume or anything. I produced this, but it's kind of nice to keep. You remember good times about those teams, or I'll keep a good team, like you said. This team was great. I want to keep this one.
We should probably ask that. What's your biggest sports keepsake
Yeah,
that you have
that'd be good.
around? I've got many, but as far as biggest or best, or what would you say? It's not biggest,
Most memorable.
most memorable. There you
just
go.
something that you like. Go, I can't get rid of this, because I'll go. You'll do the same thing. We'll go through all this stuff, right? And we're like, Chuck, and we're like, oh, this. I remember this, and it could be the most, not odd, but the most thing you're like on. It wouldn't mean anything to anybody else, but you're like, I remember that was a fun time. Anything 1999 when we went to the Sweet 16, I got pretty much still. I'll keep. I mean, I was like, that's pretty cool. That was a fun run, man. Going to Sweet 16, that was a neat deal. So I'll keep that stuff.
Somebody told me, I'm trying to think, has it been 10,000 days? Is that right, since the Sweet 16?
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it makes sense.
It may have been Mark, my co-host on the Bear Down Paws Up podcast.
Oh,
may have said it's been 10,000 days since the Sweet 16 for the men.
Oh my gosh, which means 10,000 days since we've been in the NCAA tournament. Right?
Yeah. Yes. Exactly.
Oh my gosh, that's gonna stop. Conzo's gonna get us there this year, buddy. Let's do it.
By the way, we cut a new Bear Down Paws Up podcast yesterday.
Okay.
And we had Trey Williams Jr.,
Nice.
the starting point guard for the Bears, on with us. So you can find that on 96.9 The Jock. We got some shorts, some short videos off
Saw
of
those
that.
yesterday. Good stuff.
And he was really, really good. Listen to this. I don't know if you know his background.
I don't.
But he played at Vashon in St. Louis.
Okay.
Won 4 state championships at Vashon. 4.
That's awesome.
In the state of Missouri.
That's pretty impressive.
I mean,
no, they're good.
It's maybe not the best basketball state in the country, but to win 4 is pretty good.
Missouri basketball is pretty good.
Yeah. Goodness gracious.
That's pretty impressive. Yeah,
so,
he's a good one, man. I love watching him. I've watched him a couple of times. Yeah, I like watching him play.
As a freshman, averaged almost 10 points a game, played over 30 minutes a game, had a 2.5 to 1 assist to turnover. I mean, put up just some crazy numbers, and he really feels like he'll be a lot better this year just from the experience.
All I know is he was a key guy to come back. And I hate to a key guy to get to come back. That's kind of where we are in the portal right now. Everybody's a free agent after the season, but he was a key guy that I know Conzo Martin wanted to get back in the program to run his offense. And man, they got big and long, didn't they? That team, the Bears. Oh my gosh. They're huge.
Yeah,
I just saw some of the numbers. I'm like, and they're athletic. I'm like,
oh, he's real excited about this team. They had to get bigger. The Conference USA is a bigger and more athletic league.
Yeah.
So they had to get bigger, but they got NBA big.
I know.
They really did.
I'm like, I'm excited about the Bears. That's pretty. Have they released their non-conference schedule yet?
Not yet. No.
Maybe they're not playing. Maybe they're not playing non-conference. Maybe they skip it.
We'll ask Corey about that. Maybe, maybe.
Maybe go play the G League in the fall or something.
I will tell you this: they won't play as many D2s as they did last year.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure about that.
Well, last year I heard they got kind of stuck on that. They couldn't get anybody to come here. They couldn't.
Same this year. I think they've got it done, but they're waiting to have 2. They've got everybody lined up, but they're waiting for 2 contracts to be returned or something like that.
Because last year we were saying, oh my gosh, they're playing all these D2s. They couldn't get anybody to come here. I mean, that's the problem. I mean, it wasn't like, oh, we're looking to play D2s. No, it's like Jay Havens, Northeastern State. Kay, can you come over and play? Because we don't have anybody to play. No one will come here. It's a problem.
And that's funny. Coach Cal at Arkansas had in an interview, he said, I contacted 300 college basketball teams to come play here this year. And I'm like, well,
I don't think you did.
Yeah, I think a team a couple hours away would have come over and played you.
In a heartbeat. We went down to Arkansas and played. They don't want us to come down there.
But he said 300 teams. We contacted 300 teams to play us here in Arkansas. Nobody wanted to play.
Come on, Coach.
Yeah.
Come on, Cal. Let's go. We know you. We know your game. All right.
You don't have to call me Nostradamus, Rob. You don't have to call me Nostradamus. But let me just throw this out.
Okay, Nostradamus.
The Cardinals lost yesterday in 10 innings to the Cubs, so they lose 3 out of 4.
That's the one we had. That's the one the Cardinals needed. They needed to split that. They had to split that. But
tough one.
Yep.
JJ with a home run. He goes 2 for 5. Brian Torres. For some reason, his numbers during the day-night splits are just unbelievable for day baseball. He was 2 for 4 with an RBI yesterday, but he's batting like 400 in day games.
Well, good thing he doesn't play for the Royals. He'd only play day games.
Could play for the Cubs. But here's the thing. I have been updating people, and I'm sure that Chaim Bloom has been listening to the show because he's been in town, a couple times.
Oh, yeah.
But I've been updating people regularly on Quinn Matthews.
Yes.
At Memphis. Haven't I?
Yes.
People are like, what?
Every time we talk about Baez, but you also mention Quinn Matthews
always.
Every single time.
Yeah. Well, Quinn Matthews got the call. He's going to be pitching tomorrow in Toronto, his major league debut.
Nice.
They listened to me. They're bringing him up. He was the 2024 minor league pitching prospect in all of pro baseball.
That's exciting.
And he had 202 strikeouts in his minor league season that year, including in Springfield. Well, he got the call. The lefty's going to pitch in Toronto, pulled from a start last night as I'm doing the game in Springfield.
Yeah.
Got the news.
Well, here's the thing with that, Tom. Going to pitch on, you said tomorrow, right? So that's Saturday. Trade deadline is Monday.
Yeah.
We're going to trot him out there and see what we got. And if he doesn't have to win or anything, just see what we got. And then Monday comes and bye-bye Decimay. That's just what's going to happen. That's what they're going to do. So that's exciting. Quinn Matthews pitched here in Springfield, of course. I love the homegrown talent. We never really had that before. Even, when Josh Kinney went through the first one and such, but we've had a few homegrowns, but never like this. Never like when you recognize every guy on the roster. I recognize every guy on the roster, and I'm not a Cardinals fan every single day, right? I mean, by the way, I probably know more about the Cardinals than a lot of Cardinals fans. I'm just going to say that right now. I really do. I mean, I do follow them. I work in St. Louis all the time. That's all I hear is St. Louis talk radio. I hear stuff. I mean, I know a lot about the Cardinals, but what I'm saying is that the household names from Springfield now with the big club, that is pretty awesome. I mean, that's really neat. I've never seen that before. And it just now is starting to happen more on a regular basis here in the last couple of years.
I know we need to take a break, but I do want to, I'll kind of tease what's coming up. Missouri State announces its Athletic Hall of Fame class for this year. Missouri State University. Mm-hmm. They have announced their Hall of Fame class, so we'll let you know who's in that. That'll be next segment. Caden Bogenpole played his first game, and we'll tell you what happened with that.
That was great.
And another good friend of the show just promoted with a position in St. Louis. We'll tell you a little bit about that. A news job in St. Louis.
Okay. We got
one of our friends here on the show.
Well, that's what we call a tease in the biz.
Tease. That's right.
So we will come back with those. Tom will have that for you after the break. You're listening to The Opening Drive with Tom and Rob on a Friday on ESPN The Jock, brought to you by Plague Sports. This is Rob Rodgers from The Opening Drive on ESPN The Jock. Each and every day as we lead up to the Bears football season, we have the Bear Tracker, where we'll highlight the coaches, the players, and all the statistics leading up to the 2026 Missouri State Bears football season.
Hi, I'm Bill Dutton with Abacus. And I'm Abe. Bill, when people hear accounting firm, what do they usually think?
Taxes, bookkeeping, basic compliance.
That's not the full picture with Abacus.
Not even close. At Abacus, accounting is just the foundation. We also provide CFO services, strategic business planning, controllership support, and even HR services.
HR surprises people. Why would we offer that?
Because your people and your numbers are connected. Hiring strategy, compliance, payroll structure, it all impacts profitability and growth.
So instead of juggling multiple advisors, our clients get one coordinated team that understands their entire business.
And that guidance helps our clients make smarter decisions.
Schedule a time to meet with an Abacus professional today. Visit us at abacuspro.com or call 417-823-7171 to learn more.
Your home is where life happens. It's where kids play, pets roam, and memories are made. Since 1978, Robinson Fence Company has taken pride in building fences the right way. Every fence we build reflects our commitment to doing honest work for our neighbors. With over 4,000 fences installed, our experience speaks for itself. Rooted right here in Springfield and our office in Dallas, Texas, we're proud to be a hometown company. Robinson Fence Company. Family owned, locally trusted. Professional fencing by professional people.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
He's dribbling the ball with everything on the line. He's driving down the pitch. He's facing price hikes and cuts past him. Carrier Contracts tries to block him. Oh, he leaves him in the dust. He's at the edge of the box. He cuts past the nonstop group chat trash talk. He clears on goal. He shoots. No! Unlimited data for $25 a month forever!
Visit your local Boost Mobile store today to get unlimited data with a price that never changes. Boost Mobile. After 30 GB, customers may experience lower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost $25 unlimited plan.
Your takes, your teams, your town. From hot stove baseball to big deal or not a big deal. Mornings belong to the opening drive with Tom and Rob. 7 to 9 a.m. on ESPN The Jock. Don't just listen, be part of it.
We'd like to invite you to join us on the opening drive. Give us a call or text at 417-866-0969 or reach out to us at the 96.9 Jock Chat app.
All right, back on the opening drive on a Friday morning. I hope you're enjoying your drive in today. I already got my rant in, so you can go back and listen to that in the first segment. Of course, it's a Royals rant, so it's probably the same thing. You can just push rinse and repeat as far as I'm concerned. But yesterday was a gut check. I think, as I said, the Strom that broke the camel's back yesterday, Matt Strom has no business pitching for the Kansas City Royals. It's over. I mean, it's just no business. He was good. He's a good ball player. I'm not taking anything away from his professional career. I'm not throwing lefty out of the bullpen in a major league situation, but he's getting paid to get out, and he has not done the job. He needs to be DFA'd. And also, I'm very, very, very much disappointed that Matt Quatrero continues, Tom, to use the same one-liners every single post-game press conference. Hadn't taken accountability for anything. And I promise you I'll get those records at some point. The records since managers are fired to where they are now. And it's going to be astonishing because the Phillies and the Red Sox are both contending after being the two worst baseball teams in the league at the end of April. So it is what it is. But anyway, let's move on to something else. Let's move on to good baseball stuff. You got some good stuff today.
I do indeed. I did want to mention, Matt Strom, hair-wise. You come in with a new do today.
Yes, yeah. He maybe needs to get his hair cut. Maybe that's the problem. Yeah. Maybe he needs to get a buzz cut. That might be it. Get a stinking buzz cut because the long hair.
Change your luck.
Yeah, it's like, who did grab this guy from? Where did he get him from off the street? That's not good.
Bad. A ultimate grand slam last night in the Royals Minnesota game, won by the Twins 4-3. Springbirds do win their game last night at Route 66 Stadium, 6-1 over Wichita. 2 home runs for their cleanup hitter DH, Danielle Ortiz. He had 4 RBIs, blasted him out to left field, and manager Patrick Anderson wins his 800th career game. His wife, is the softball coach at Mizzou.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
that's kind of cool. He lives in Columbia. So
Well done.
Kind of a local guy there.
Well, I thought that was weird too because Jose Lajer referred me to him for a lesson or something because he couldn't do it for a foundation or whatever. And I'm like, well, you refer, him. Well, because he lives in Columbia. He's
Right.
close. He's not it's not like he lives in Florida. He's here not year round, but he's pretty close anyway.
Good guy.
Yeah, he
really
is.
good guy. So they play tonight again at 7:00, Wichita, the Twins AA affiliate against the Springfield Cardinals. Hey, how about this? Good friend Steve Savard, who's been on the show with us. He is now the lead anchor at KSDK in St. Louis. News
Really?
anchor. Takes over for Mike Bush there.
Wow.
But Steve's been on with us countless times.
Yeah.
One year he did the Bears football play-by-play. He was the Rams play-by-play
Yes,
voice
Steve
during
Savard
their
is great.
championship. Yeah.
That's good. Congratulations, Steve. That's great.
Yep.
Definitely a friend of the show.
No doubt about it. And Caden Bogenpole with his first professional hit last night for the Clearwater Phillies.
Clearwater Threshers.
Oh, yeah. That's
The
right.
Threshers. I only know that because second year of Little League, Rhett was a Clearwater Thresher. I picked that team. So here's a cool thing about that. Did you see the video? It
Yes.
was almost out.
Yes.
I mean, I'm talking by like inches almost out. He smoked that
I
ball.
think 104 miles per hour
Yeah,
off the bat.
Smoked it. That's
So,
awesome.
Yep. So congratulations to Bogey. First of many hits in his professional career, I predict.
I bet you he's enjoying that heat and humidity down there July 30th down in Clearwater. Wow. They're just sweating through uniforms down there at this time of year.
Oh, my God. Absolutely.
Hey, he's getting paid to do it, though.
Missouri State Athletic Department announces their next Hall of Fame class, which will be recognized September 18th and 19th. It includes Brent Dunn.
Of course.
I know we've talked about. We'll get him on, definitely. Ellie Berger, Jake Berger's little sister, tennis player, tennis coach. She's going in. Dylan Cole, former NFL footballer. He's going in. Cody Kirby, still lots of records at quarterback.
Yep.
We know about Jacob Clark. Well, Cody still has records.
Yes, he does.
At Missouri State as a quarterback. Then you got Olympic swimmer, Uvis, I think it's Caymans. I'm just guessing here, and I didn't get the pronunciation, but
I think so.
Swam in the Olympics for while he was with Missouri State. Missy Linens Risco, golf, and Madison Meredith, track sprinter, all going into the Missouri State Athletic Hall of Fame.
Nice. Good class. Good class. Yeah, we'll get Brent on here at some point and talk about his career. 40, I think it's 40, going to be 40 plus years at Missouri State University. I mean, if you think about that, that's a long time. It means that he was there roughly 10 years before I even moved to Springfield.
Let's guess how much money he's probably raised for the university over that time.
Oh my gosh. I would, there's got to be a number. We can figure that out. We'll call Paige and ask her. She'd know, right?
I wonder if they do. I wonder if he's got one of those boards. We got sportscasters that keep track of every game they've ever called, and they know exactly, how many games. I wonder if he has that tote board in his office or on a spreadsheet somewhere. That's that. But he wasn't always a fundraiser.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. Well, he's athletics development for a long, long, long time. But I'd like to know total dollars he's been associated with.
Wow.
It's got to be a big number. Billions.
Oh, yeah.
It's got to be a B. Have to be
You
a B.
think B? I wouldn't say B, but I would say
IMs?
I would say a couple $100 million.
Oh, more than that. Got to be.
You think?
Oh yeah, I would think so.
Well, that's Corey.
Fine,
What
maybe
he thinks.
maybe a half a bill. I don't know. It's got because you got to think how long he's been there.
Yeah.
And just if they raise, for 40 years, if they raise $3 million a year, that's 120 right there.
Can we get in trouble for gambling on a bet on how much money somebody from a university is brought in? Is that illegal to bet on that?
I'm going to put it up on Poly Market right now. I don't know what Polymarket is, by the way. Anyway, I see the ads. That's a lot of money, though. Yeah, we'll get Brent on. He's done so much for the university, just from a publicity standpoint, just getting the name out there, just everything he's done. So it'd be great. And it's funny because he said he's retiring, and I'm like, I thought he already retired, but they talked him out of retirement.
Right. He did. He was going to the Missouri State Fair. He was going to kind of oversee that.
Yeah.
And then they conned him into coming back for a few more years.
They did.
So
like LeBron, he's coming back.
Amazing.
That's good, man. We'll get him on the air. That'd be great.
Yep. So coming up next hour, we're going to visit with Ryan Boman from Sports Illustrated, 8:00. He'll be our first guest of the show. Corey Riggs will be in studio at 8:20 today. Our Bear Tracker, you know what day it is?
36.
36. I hear the rain falling.
That's the rain.
On top of our building here. So we got some rain. Corey, bring your umbrella, buddy, if you haven't left yet. Bring your umbrella on your way in.
We need to get like an outside camera or something that we can see this kind of stuff. Like have our, like a little ring camera out there. We could see all the rain coming down. We need to do that.
Or maybe since we're going to be bringing in some more, people.
Yeah.
And more stations, maybe we could get one up towards the front of the building.
Move our studio over there.
Let's put that request in now.
The request needs also it has air conditioning because it's stifling in here.
I don't know what you're talking
Your
about.
little portable fan you brought.
Yeah. I'm
not even gonna go down that road. I'm not even
covered. I don't know what you're worried about.
I wore shorts today. That's so hot. I was like, why am I wearing pants to that studio? That's dumb. I'm wearing shorts from now on.
You'll be shivering here within the hour with this rain coming down.
Probably.
This
probably
cold front moving in. Hey, also got Clear the List. Teachers, buy supplies for Clear the List. And guess what? Our code word is coming up for the 4x4. We'll announce it next hour, too. So we'll be listening.
We'll give you a second chance at the top of the hour code word. How about that?
That is to win a 4x4 from Honda the Ozarks and a trailer.
Haul it on.
Yep. So we will let you know what that code word is. All you got to do is go online, 96.9 The Jock, or on our app, and then type in that code word, your name, and boom, could be a finalist for the giveaway August 22nd.
Coming up quick.
Yep.
Couple weeks.
Tomorrow is the 1st. So August 22nd, we'll have that giveaway from the Honda of the Ozarks. Matter of fact, Corey is the voice of Honda the Ozarks.
He is.
We may have to have him out there.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That day, since he does all the commercials for it.
He does all those commercials, doesn't he? Hey, I was going to say also, I promoted on the Jock page yesterday, the Baseball Mission is having their first wiffle ball tournament, wiffle ball for a cause. We got to get the Zimmer team wrapped up here. Got to get them out there. $30 a player, 2-game guarantee. Having out New Covenant Academy. We'll have multiple fields
on that
going.
Field?
On the field. Well, there'll be multiple fields going at one time. Maybe even spill over into the soccer field. We don't know yet. We're going to kind of figure out the logistics on that. But it's to raise money for our mission trip to Puerto Rico. Next year, we're going to Puerto Rico Memorial Day that week next year. Got that arranged. I got to put that up on Facebook. I haven't even announced that yet. But raise money for that. And our banquet. Our banquet is on February 6th. So we did that last year. Had a great time. We had one of the winners. It was Tom Cox. Came in here.
Yeah.
Came in, hung out. He won the auction. Come in here and hang out with us for a day. And we're doing that again. It's raising money for that. Getting all the baseball clubs involved. I'll talk to Coach Hartley next week after next. Talk to Coach Hartley. Getting everybody involved in this because I think it's a really neat deal. And but the wiffle ball deal, that's fun. There's a wiffle ball league in town. Did you know that?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Ryan plays in that.
Is it speed pitch or is it breaking ball pitch?
I think it's everything.
Is it?
You can do everything.
Well, I mean,
there's different leagues. I know.
Yeah, yeah. You've got
you're restricted to throw whatever. I think this is what they refer to as an open tournament.
Interesting. So, you ever watch those guys on TV?
Yeah.
Where they can break it. Goodness gracious,
break your knee
20 feet.
Yeah, we don't have anybody like that around here. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Ryan plays in that league. He says it's a very competitive league. There's like a lot of teams. So we're going to get a lot of those folks to play. Obviously, they're all signing up. But if you want to play, You can come as an individual. We'll put you on a team. You can sign up as an individual. We'll take care of you. Or if you have a team, just all of you sign up, put on there what your team name is. We'll sort you out that way. But that's on August 15th. That's 2 weeks from tomorrow at New Covenant Academy.
I am, by the way, a switch hitter in wiffle ball.
I am too. I am too.
Probably better left-handed.
I am too.
And I'm a right-handed thrower.
Yeah.
But in baseball, softball, I'm bad right-handed.
Yep.
But wiffle ball, I've always been able, because you always you got to play the team.
Yeah.
You know, if you're the Reds or the Cardinals, you got to bat the way Joe Morgan's left-handed. You got to bat left-handed. That's how it is in wiffle ball.
But in wiffle ball, I hit for power on the right side. I hit for hits on the left side because it just makes me a better hitter, a better striker of the baseball, basically.
Right.
Contact hitter. Hey, we're at top of the hour. Hey, we got great stuff coming up next hour. We got Ryan Boman, Sports Illustrated, coming up top of the hour. That'll be next on The Opening Drive with Tom and Rob on ESPN Jock, brought to you by Play Good Sports.
This weather update brought to you by David Kinsman Agency, your local Farm Bureau insurance agent. Count on reliable protection, rain or shine.
Springfield weather on the Jock.
2 waves of rain and storms on your Friday. Looking at some rain showers this morning, ending before noon today. A bit of a break for the middle of the day in the early afternoon before wave 2 of rain and storms arrives to the middle of the afternoon, ending before midnight. Round 2 of storms this afternoon could come with some severe weather, especially east of Highway 65. For Ozarks First, I'm meteorologist Tom Schmidt.
Every office has one. The person who doesn't wait to be asked. At Fuse 32 Marketing, we have a team of those people. They see something that needs to be done and they just do it. And they don't mind a little healthy competition either. If that's you, we'd love to talk. At Fuse 32, we help businesses grow using marketing strategies that drive business and get results. Every office has that person who makes things happen, and we are looking for our next game changer. Fuse 32. There's nothing we can't do. Apply for a sales position now at fuse32.com.
When you start spending money on your marketing, making mistakes is not something you want to do. So Roy Williams, author of the best-selling books The Wizard of Ads and Secret Formulas of the Wizard of Ads, presents the 10 most common mistakes in marketing. Number 6, unsubstantiated claims. When it comes to your ads, you cannot commit the cardinal sin of advertising something that you don't offer to your customer. You also don't want your ad copy filled with adjectives and empty rhetoric. Rather, your ad should be filled with verbs in an effort to show, not tell your customers why they should do business with you. While fluffy adjectives are fun, they only tell the customer about you. Verbs, meanwhile, show the customer what your product or service can do for them. And in the end, that's all people really care about. What can your brand do for me? For more on the 10 most common mistakes in marketing, visit ZimmerCommunications.com, your marketing resource in Southwest Missouri. ZimmerCommunications.com.
Spring and summer storms in the Ozarks have been tough on your home. High winds, heavy rains, and hail can leave damage you may not see from the ground. For more than 20 years, ABC Roofing has helped Springfield area homes and business owners protect what matters most after the storms have passed. With honest inspections, quality work, and the highest level of integrity. If storms left you wondering about your roof, let the ABC
Your red, white, and ride code this hour is MUD. Enter now at 969thejock.com or on the Jock app. This is KBFL Springfield, K245CA Springfield.
This Sports Center update is brought to you by Retro Metro. Delicious plates from the not-so-distant past. Eat retrometro.com. This weather update brought to you by David Kinsman Agency, your local Farm Bureau insurance agent. Count on reliable protection, rain or shine.
Springfield weather on the Jock.
2 waves of rain and storms on your Friday. Looking at some rain showers this morning, ending before noon today. A bit of a break for the middle of the day in the early afternoon before wave 2 of rain and storms arrives to the middle of the afternoon, ending before midnight. Round 2 of storms this afternoon could come with some severe weather, especially east of Highway 65. For Ozarks First, I'm meteorologist Tom Schmidt.
Not your average sports show. Louder opinions, better stories, and 0 boring mornings. The Opening Drive with Tom and Rob. Weekdays 7 to 9 a.m. on ESPN The Jock.
When it comes to your next build or remodel, you need a team that shows up ready to win. In Springfield, that team is Edge Supply. From Blanco kitchen sinks to Delta faucets to freestanding bathtubs that steal the show, Edge Supply has the team, the experience, and the inventory to deliver. Contractor or do-it-yourselfer, no matter if it's a fixer-upper or a full custom build, Edge Supply is your home court advantage because Edge Supply plays to win. EdgeSupply.com.
Did you know you can listen to all your favorite ESPN The Jock programs live at 969thejock.com? The Opening Drive with Tom and Rob, A Coach's Perspective with Jenny Hopkins, The High School Show, ESPNthejock.com.
We'd like to invite you to join us on The Opening Drive. Give us a call or text at 417-866-0969 or reach out to us at the 96.9 Jock Chat app.
Opening drive.
It's opening drive.
Opening Drive. It's The Opening Drive.
It's smart, it's local, and it's a whole lot of fun. Real opinions, real laughs, and real connection to the Ozarks every single morning. From breaking down the biggest games to celebrating the best of the Ozarks, debating the poll question of the day, and reacting to your messages live. This is sports radio done differently. The Opening Drive with Tom and Rob. Weekdays 7 to 9 a.m. on ESPN The Jock.
All right, 8 o'clock hour, the Opening Drive on ESPN The Jock. Tom Ladd, Rob Rodgers, and this is Friday. So it's Friday, and we're enjoying our weekend coming ahead. Tom will be doing some Spring Birds action this weekend on the radio, so he's preparing for that. And we're going to roll on. We're going to talk some baseball because our next guest is definitely an expert on what we're going to talk about.
He is indeed Major League Baseball writer with Sports Illustrated. I told you the story already about getting a call the other day from somebody that left a message, very, very quick message, said, "Hey, this is Ryan Boman from Sports Illustrated. Can you call me back?" And I'm thinking, oh man, they found me. I owe for my magazine. I had it every year. I'll have to call him back. So I called Ryan back. It wasn't about that at all, but it turned out to be a really good call. Ryan is on the line with us right now. Ryan, how you doing this morning?
Pretty good. You know, Tom, they say your past always comes back to haunt you. Well, here I am.
That's right. So we do have a little connection. You might explain that before we get into some baseball talk.
Well, when I was a young, precocious lad of about 12 or 13, and I decided I wanted to be a sportscaster, there was this really cool local guy named Tom Ladd in Southern Illinois that I ended up, because I was, again, obnoxious as a kid, I looked up the phone number and called Tom up, and he was very, very gracious to me, where a lot of, older guys would hear a kid on the phone and just think, oh, you're being ridiculous. He was actually really, really just a wonderful person. And he taught me things. He let me come into the radio station and hang out with him for a while. And I never forgot that. And as I told you now, Tom, all these years later as a writer, I've dedicated myself to working with young writers and trying to help them along. And I feel like in a lot of ways, because of men like you, guys like you, that when I was just a kid, took me under their wing, I am what I am today. So everything that I do, you're a little piece of that, just like, so many other people that help you along the way. So if I get the chance to do that now, for someone now at 51, at my ripe old age, if I can pass that along to a kid that's in their 20s or so, just the things that I've learned, then I feel like I'm passing that along,
So you were what you said, about 12 years old?
Yes.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Well, you haven't changed at all since then, Ryan.
I put on a few pounds since then, but yeah. I will say this. I heard your voice the other day, and somewhere down the hallway, I thought I was going to hear my dad telling me to take the trash out. I was having a flashback.
Bad. That sounds like bad memories when you hear my voice.
Oh no, he was a good dad, so I'm good. I got that good, and he taught me to love baseball. So that's one other thing that I can say I was blessed with.
Well, that's great. What a fantastic story, but it all leads to you getting into a great gig with Sports Illustrated. Tell us what you do there.
Right. Well, I started out covering the Phillies and then the Giants and then the Mariners. And I've kind of become the jack of all trades with Major League Baseball. I actually work in what's called the on-SI division, which covers the individual teams a little more hands-on. Each team has their own kind of page. For a while, I was the Mariners guy. Well, they switched up again, and then I was the Giants guy again. So now I'm kind of just a myriad of teams, and I have three teams that aren't exactly having the best year this year. I have Miami, who played well except until recently. I have the Rockies and the Giants. So I have two teams that are young and trying to build, and one team that is probably the biggest underachiever in baseball this season. So, I mean, it's a dichotomy. I mean, it's kind of a mixed bag, so to speak.
And how long you been with them?
Just a year with sports. I was at the Sporting News previously, and then
okay.
I came over here to Sports Illustrated. I love it. Not that I had any problem with the Sporting News, but I just feel like I'm an SI guy. If I could stay and write for sports, I told my boss's boss that actually. I said, if I could stay here forever, I think this is what I want to do for good now. And just, I can always branch off. I own my own website as well, where I work with young writers and I just kind of build something. I'm not in that business really to turn it. I know I'm never going to compete with The Athletic or something like that. That's not the point. The point is that it's good quality material, and it's something that adds to the market, I think. So, I'm always able to do my other side projects, but I always want to call SI home and kind of make that home base, and if you're going to go with something, go with a proven, chosen brand name, right?
Yeah.
And I'm glad the brand's still around. I was going to mention that. I'm glad the brand is still around because I know the magazine itself is not, but the brand is what it is. And for so many of us that grew up with Sports Illustrated every week, that was it. I mean, we take that to school. We talk about it all day long. We could not wait for it to arrive in our mailbox on a Tuesday afternoon. It was a big, big, big deal back in the day. And I'm glad you're continuing on with that tradition.
Yeah. Tom probably still has his football phone from back in the day.
Football phone.
The biggest thing I think is, and I think Sports Illustrated is just an indication of how our world's changed. You guys know, I mean, in the 30 years or so I've done this now, it's been such a changing market. It's such a changing form of media now. When I started out in the newspaper business, we would put the newspapers together by hand. We didn't lay it out by computers, and now we do everything with computers. I work for a company that's based in New York, and I've never even been to New York City. So, I mean, I covered the Seattle Mariners, never been to Seattle. With the world we live in now, our world has changed. So obviously what we do has changed. We just roll with it, like everything, you just got to evolve like everything else does.
So this really, for a guy like you, is a huge weekend, isn't it? The trade deadline. Are you expecting a lot of news this weekend?
Just depends on the market. I know that Miami, I just read this week, one of the other guys wrote a story saying that they're pretty much okay standing pat. They feel like they're building for the future. I think they're in one of those sort of modes the Cardinals are in right now as well. We're young. We know we're going to get better than this, so we're not going to sell the farm just to make the playoffs this year and get knocked out in the first round. I think that's it's a sound strategy. Your fan base doesn't like it very much, but I think, it all really depends on the specific teams. Some teams are going to be hot and heavy. Obviously, the Dodgers and Yankees are always big players. But for me, the weekend just means no sleep. Because it's just constantly rumors and trades coming through, and it could be, at any time, one of the biggest names could be on the move, and you just don't know it. It really is a fast and furious time in baseball.
Well, and if you're covering a team on the West Coast, you really do have kind of weird hours anyway. We appreciate you getting up early this morning. You probably were up late.
The extra inning games on the West Coast are not a lot of fun. I feel like those gamblers that are staying up late to watch the UNLV game to see if they can pull one off, at the last second that day. But there's a lot of those midnight games. It's midnight here. Obviously, I'm in the Midwest like you guys are, and it's mind-boggling. Sometimes it'll get to the 11th or 12th inning, and you're just almost begging for it to be over because you have to get up the next morning and start work anyway. It doesn't matter when the game ends. So Yeah, and I'm kind of a workaholic, so it's sort of a sleep and I don't see each other a lot. It's sort of a mistress of mine. We only get to kind of engage in that contact every now and then, me and the pillow. So, but it's all worth it, man. It's also in a huge adrenaline rush if you're covering, if you're a part of it. I can't imagine what it's like to be in the front offices making those calls. I mean, this is what makes the game.
Absolutely. So, do you see a lot of movement this weekend? There's a lot of talk, but do you actually see a lot of movement this weekend?
I don't. I think it is talk. I think a lot of teams are spooked by the current, situation as far as, are we going to have a salary cap next year? Is there going to be a labor stoppage? We may not even start the season on time. I don't think a lot of teams are going to. I think they're going to take a lot of the Marlins stance of, we're not sure what the future holds, so we can't make a huge plunge. Again, teams like the Yankees, the Dodgers, they're going to do it every year no matter what. They can afford to make as many mistakes as they want and still win a World Series somehow. But other teams like Kansas City, like St. Louis, can't afford to do that right now. They have to play their cards right. And I think it'll be the younger teams, the teams that are building for the future, that are less likely to make trades right now.
That's what I was thinking too. I think the CBA looming over this is changing a lot of perspectives. I think that you're exactly right when you say that standing pat might be the way to go in a lot of these situations. They don't know what's going to be the new rules of engagement, after this new CBA comes out. And that's the biggest thing. I know we'll talk to you later this year on that as well as we move closer to that. But that's a big thing hanging over people's heads.
Tom and Rob, the biggest thing really, the salary cap issue has to be solved. It's gotten to the point, and in both of our markets, I'm in Southern Illinois, grew up here. I grew up a Cardinals fan. I still love the Royals, even though I grew up a Cardinals fan. I love the Royals and I love the stadium out there. I lived in Jefferson City, so you had to kind of like the Royals out there too. And those two teams, unfortunately, you run into the situation like Kansas City with Bobby Witt, or with Weatherholt in St. Louis. You have to sign these kids forever when they're 20, or then it's just a waiting game of, well, when are they going to be a Yankee?
Yes.
And that's a shame. No team wants to root. No fan base wants to root for a young player. Watch him come through your system. You really get behind him and you love that guy. And you very rarely get the Julio Rodriguez situation in Seattle, or, the Weatherholt situation, whatever, where you've got a superstar kid who decides, I'm just going to stay here. It's usually in 4 or 5 years, he's on the open market and the Dodgers come calling. And that's a shame. That's got to be stopped in baseball. You're killing your fan base like that.
My partner is a huge Royals fan, as he had mentioned, and his life has been trading away, their future. You look at the guys, Johnny Damon,
name them all.
Beltran just went in Hall of Fame. I mean, guys that they've gotten rid of went on and had great careers, but that's been the story of the Royals over the years.
Can't afford to keep them.
Yeah, unfortunately. And look at even a situation just a few years ago, well, it's over a decade now, but a team like the Marlins, look at how many talented players came from that system that are all over baseball, just Stanton and, all these guys that are now long gone from Miami. That was a team that should have been a dynasty. And that's a shame, because the Cardinals right now, I'm looking at them thinking this is a team that should be a contender for the next 5 to 10 years with what they've got, what they have now and what's coming up next.
Yes.
But you don't know who's going to be there and who isn't. Jordan Walker just won the home run derby. Well, they're already taking a look at him. The Yankees already have him on the checklist, I'm sure.
Yeah.
What could he do in our lineup? Well, he's a number 5 or 6 hitter in New York, and he's nothing there to them. To St. Louis, he's somebody special. And that's something that has to be addressed, because whether anybody likes it or not, once you take the dollars and cents away, the game is about emotion. And
I was
what it soaks in us.
Exactly. I was sitting there. My son and I were talking about the All-Star game and how Bobby Witt Jr. was there, at the All-Star game. We're like, we don't want to be at the All-Star game. We don't want him talking to those other players about their situations in LA and New York, right? We don't want him talking about that, because where he's at now, not so good.
Well, I mean, again, I love St. Louis, and St. Louis is a great city, but is it San Diego? I mean, is it San Francisco?
Yeah.
That's
LA.
the other thing you're competing with. Yeah, Miami's got South Beach. I mean, there's all these major cities that are like almost tropical resorts for these players. When you have money and you live in LA, I mean, sky's the limit. So, we're in St. Louis, you have money, you go up on the hill and you have a nice Italian dinner. It's not, there's not the moving and shaking.
Yeah.
We fold up the tents pretty early compared to Tinseltown, so if you're a young guy, that's exciting. The money's there. The ladies are there. That. And baseball's there and winning is there. So until you change that culture of the high dollar, high living, high profile lifestyle of every baseball player, which you're never going to be able to change, you're going to have to make it more suitable for them to have that life in other markets.
One thing I was going to mention, we talked about the salary cap. Every other sport has it in the United States, basically. But the NBA, and as much as people like or dislike the NBA, they make it work. And in Oklahoma City or in Indiana can compete for a championship, or San Antonio, a small market, actually, San Antonio can compete for a championship every single year with the draft. And I think, I know baseball has more players and bigger roster and such, but if they could get some sort of parity there where every team could compete on a level playing field, I think that grows the game, actually, because the Yankee fans are going to be Yankee fans no matter what. Dodger fans are going to be Dodger fans. They expect to be there. That's where management, and that's when back office comes into play. Look at the Cowboys, for example. Oh, we got all the money down in Dallas, but we can't get over the hump as far as getting a championship team because our back office is not very good.
Well, and then you look around baseball, and it is exactly that. Look at the situation. I brought up San Francisco not too long ago. I've been real impressed with Buster Posey as the president of baseball operations out there. Their salary cap situation's a mess. They've got a lot of underachieving veterans making a lot of money.
Yes.
How do you bail that team out? You can't.
Yeah.
They need pitching. They need help. They need depth. And they got 4 or 5 guys that are just absorbing the payroll, and those guys aren't playing well. So you run into that situation in baseball as well, where you can even invest in your players long-term, or you can go out and get players in any market. But I think what you brought up, Rob, is the best part is baseball and basketball, or the NFL, when a team comes from nowhere and they become a powerhouse or something, and we all go, yeah, they're in it. They're the new it team. In baseball, when a little team like Pittsburgh or Milwaukee gets through, it's almost like a bless their little heart situation. Like, oh, they're a nice little story, but we know that at the end, it's really the Dodgers. It's a really New York, LA thing. And I mean, it's almost like they're the poor, sick cousin all the time. And these fans in these small towns are tired of being the poor, sick cousin.
So, Ryan, what other sports do you follow? Big fan of anything else?
Oh, a huge NFL. I would say for years I was an NFL writer. I thought that's what I was going to be. And then, just like they always say, like the Godfather movie, just when I thought I was out of baseball, they pulled me back in. And now I'm so into it. It's like I'm an MLB Network guy. The MLB Network's on all the time, but the NFL season's coming up, and I will be writing football somewhere. I have to, because I'm just an NFL junkie. I love it. I'm a Lions fan, so I'm tortured. But but I mean, it's sports. It's our passion. And I think it's one of the things that, as guys, I think we all grow up playing. We all grow up idolizing guys when we're young. And then when we get older, we talk about it. And so it becomes a kind of a rite of passage for all of us. So every sport kind of pretty much, I can find an interest in, even everything from hockey to highlight. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I kind of competition, I dig, man.
That's awesome.
So you've got a real nice mic there. I mean, do you do podcasts as well?
No, actually, I've been in discussion with a friend about starting one, a Major League Baseball podcast as well. Nice. So I have a studio here at the house, but I've never, I always thought to myself, because I listen to these podcasts and I think, what the world needs? One more podcast.
Yes.
We just do not have enough. And so one of the reasons why I haven't done it is it just seems like they're everywhere. And I feel like, if I don't have anything that I feel like is more to offer, then I'm not going to just do it just to force, my opinions on everybody else. And it's such a saturated market right now that I'm not sure what I want to do. I haven't really made that jump yet. And I'm almost afraid to open that can of worms. I'm already disliked enough as it is as a writer. I'm afraid if I become a broadcaster, it'll be like double trouble, you know?
Well, Ryan, allow me to mention that you'll be on our podcast, after the there ends today. So
there you go.
You'll be on. We podcast our show when we're done, so you'll be on here. So that could be your start to the podcast world.
There you go.
I mean, it's fine. Just don't inform the authorities that I was here. That'd be fine. No, honestly, it's been such a pleasure to be on here talking to you guys. I would love to be a regular on the show with you guys. I didn't even let Tom talk. I talked over Tom the whole show. I'm so sorry. The guy that I called and was, hey, we're going to reunite. And then I didn't let you get a word in today, Tom. I'm sorry.
Well, just remember, when we do have you on in the future, you have to say nice things about me, because otherwise there's never anything nice said about me on this program.
I say nice things about him all the time.
All the women loved him. All the women, they adored him, just for the record. He was like God among men.
There you go.
No,
hey, Ryan,
that's
thanks.
how I remember it anyway, but I was young and naive, so you never know. But no, as far as the baseball season goes, first of all, just you guys have fun this weekend. Put on a pot of coffee. We'll all stay up and see what happens. But I really do. I think I'm going to go with what I think the consensus is. A lot of teams, the smart move at least would be to just pump the brakes a little bit and let's see what happens for 2027.
Yep.
Very good. Ryan, thanks for being on this morning. We appreciate it, and we'll do it again real soon.
Thank you so much, guys.
Thanks, Ryan.
Sports Illustrated, Ryan Boman joining us on the program. Guess what? We've got Corey Riggs coming up next. He's in studio. He's wearing his Red Friday maroon shirt.
Maroon Friday for him. Bear Tracker, day 36.
Bear Tracker. Bears will be opening up in 36 days at Texas A&M. 36 days. And we'll talk about that with Corey, among other topics like the sneaker soiree.
All right. We can do that next on the opening drive with Tom and Rob on ESPN The Jock, brought to you by Play Against Sports. This is Rob Rodgers, the co-host of the opening drive with Tom and Rob on ESPN The Jock. Can you smell it now? The hot dogs, the green grass on the field. It must be baseball season. And where can you find the best baseball coverage in the Ozarks? Right here on ESPN The Jock.
It may be a small crack in your driveway now, but let it last longer and you'll be driving over huge gaps. Don't do that to your tires. Get it solved now with All Sealed Up Sealing and Striping. They can do asphalt seal coating, crack sealing, paving and repair, and more from a local team that cares about protecting your asphalt and not a fly-by-nighter that only cares about making a buck. Got cracks in your driveway or parking lot? Call All Sealed Up Sealing and Striping. Visit allsealedupasphalt.com.
For America's 250th anniversary, Highland Dairy is honoring the values that built this country: service, sacrifice, and community. We're proud to partner with Folds of Honor to commit a $250,000 donation to help provide life-changing academic scholarships to families of America's fallen or disabled military and first responders. It's Highland's way of giving back to those who have given so much. Learn more at highlanddairy.com. Highland, locally made, naturally delicious.
Did that last hailstorm sideline your ride? Don't let hail win. Put Frontline Auto Hail on your team. They're the only shop where you pay zero deductible, and they'll handle your insurance claim from start to finish with all insurance carriers. Worried about your rates? Hail claims typically don't increase your insurance premiums. While other shops keep you on the bench, Frontline gets repairs started immediately, helping you get back on the road faster. Schedule your free inspection today at frontlineautohail.com. That's frontlineautohail.com.
Summer road trip season is here, and before you load up the family and hit the highway, stop by C&C Automotive. Right now, get a free oil and filter change with any brake job. It's a great way to make sure your vehicle is ready for all those summer miles ahead. And the summer heat, too. Take advantage of C&C Automotive's summer special and save 25% on a complete AC system check and service. That's a free oil and filter change with your brake job, plus 25% off AC service. Call C&C Automotive today and get summer ready.
Your home is where life happens. It's where kids play, pets roam, and memories are made. Since 1978, Robinson Fence Company has taken pride in building fences the right way. Every fence we build reflects our commitment to doing honest work for our neighbors. With over 4,000 fences installed, our experience speaks for itself. Rooted right here in Springfield and our office in Dallas, Texas, we're proud to be a hometown company. Robinson Fence Company. Family owned, locally trusted. Professional fencing by professional people.
We'd like to invite you to join us on the opening drive. Give us a call or text at 417-866-0969 or reach out to us at the 96.9 Jock Chat app. We're getting you ready for the 26th Missouri State Bears football season with our daily Bear Tracker. Find out what Casey Woods thinks, who the new players are, and what the schedule presents.
All right, back on the show, Bear Tracker, day 36. As we get rolling along the show here, I got to get Corey Riggs in here because he's now in studio. There you go.
Buongiorno, boys. How we doing?
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, he's
Mr. Italian just comes in the room, all Italian on us. Man, it's fun, isn't it? That place is amazing.
Io sono di Roma. I have been Duolingoing for like a month and a half trying to learn how to order a glass of wine and a piece of pizza. That's all I was trying to do.
That's exactly what I was going to ask. How is it to order a drink over there? What do you say?
Oh, well, not much because they just pretty much, and Rob knows this, they pretty much just pour you a glass of wine when you sit down.
You walk in.
You really
That's
don't
like
have
water.
to ask. You pretty
Yeah.
much. You don't have to ask for much anything.
Kind
over
of expected.
Yeah.
there. It's like, and here? Water? It's just, the only question is red or white.
Yeah.
Is really the only question.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Well, we're 36 days away from the Bears
man.
opener at Texas A&M. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. Some other news first.
Sure.
Caden Bogenpole gets his first professional hit yesterday.
Yeah, it was a unique way to get one, to bounce it off the dome of the center fielder and then off the wall. And but Bogey dug for two and stood in there with a double, and you're off and running. I think if you see the video clip on Twitter, you hear the play-by-play guy even mention, "All right, go get that ball."
Yeah.
Because that's a big deal. No matter by hook or by crook, it's your first professional hit. Go get the kid the ball and make sure that he, his mom and dad, they've got that in the trophy case, which I thought was great.
So that's some big news. I know Missouri State Athletics announces their Hall of Fame class.
Yeah, and kind of and you know this as much as anybody, Tom, kind of a swing of seasons. And I don't know that I want you to read too much into it, but Hall of Fame kind of always been around basketball, a weekend of home basketball games. But, you get 2,000 or 3,000 people in here for a home basketball game, and that's great. But getting 10, 12, 15,000 people in here for a home football game and an opportunity now to move that into the fall, put it on a Friday night and bring all those Hall of Famers back the next day to be recognized at a home football game. And of course, one of a couple of games that Casey Woods is trying to convince the community that we need to sell out and break the home attendance record, not once, but twice. So a great class. I heard you guys talking about Brent Dunn. I cannot tell you, Brent Dunn and Bill Rowe, I cannot tell you how much money they have raised and what the impact is. It is priceless. On what they've done for the university over the amount of time that they have been here, whether it's been Brent on the foundation side, or you think about Coach Rowe and what he's done in the community and what he's done when he started 40 years ago, the sneaker soiree. Two gentlemen that the landscape of Missouri State University is completely different if they don't exist, or if they say retire early. As opposed to keep coming back year after year. Both of them just remarkably important to the fabric of the university and of athletics. But the Hall of Fame class is great. Got some football flavor, got some local football flavor with the Cole train, Dylan Cole, Cody Kirby, who, believe it or not, after all of the hoopla surrounding Jacob Clark, still has a bunch of quarterback records at Missouri State University, guys.
Yeah.
He was the dude. Before there was Jason Shelley and Jacob Clark, there was Cody Kirby slinging it around in the Missouri Valley Conference.
He just wasn't as big as those guys, but boy, he was effective.
Oh yeah, no, he could flat get after it. My our broadcast partner Sam Block, who will do quite a few of the home games with us this year. Sam played with Cody and has a lot of good stories on him. So I'm looking forward to getting into those this season. And hopefully when we get to that Hall of Fame game, gonna try and do something to where maybe I can record an interview with Dylan Cole for halftime, and then maybe we can get Cody in the booth for, say, the third quarter and hang out with us a little bit. But both those folks and Brent Dunn, Ellie Berger, of course, had a great career here as a tennis player and as a tennis coach. Now she's at Belmont. She is Jake Berger's sister. Ellie getting in. I know the whole family is excited about that, and just a really fun class this year.
I'll mention one name I can pronounce, and then you'll have to go with the other two.
Oh, no, I haven't studied yet, Tom. You
Okay.
can't do that to me. I got to talk to Rick first.
Madison Meredith, track sprinter, is going in. Then we have a golf athlete. We'll let you know.
No,
okay.
I'll swing
Not
and miss
touching
on
that
that
one.
one.
Olympic swimmer.
Now, Uvis Kalmans, I know because you guys know that swimming has always been near and dear to my heart. I swam competitively from the age of 8 to 18. I used to get to produce the duel in the pool between Missouri State and Drury at MediaCom for all the years that I was there. So, yeah, I remember Uvis very well, and an incredible career and an incredible career outside of Missouri State with what he was able to do. That one I can get to. That one I know.
Well, that's not bad. Only one that we kind of stumbled on.
Yeah, but I'll end up catching heck for that when I get to the office later. We'll work that out.
Absolutely. Well, the Bears football team, 36 days away from their opener on the road, Texas A&M. Still that big battle at quarterback. Don't know who the number one will be, but it seems like either way we're in pretty good shape.
I think so, and I think that was the purpose in bringing in the two players that they brought in. Henry Beelan is a, high-level recruit that has a little bit of experience at the SEC, ACC level of football, played in the Gator Bowl for Duke, really spun it in that game too, put up big offensive numbers. But then Skylar Locklear was at UTEP. He knows what it takes to win in Conference USA. He was with the Bears offensive coordinator, Mark Kalla, at UTEP. Now, that doesn't mean that we're running exactly Mark's offense, because it's going to be, Casey's offense that he works with Mark on. Obviously, when you have a head coach that was a longtime offensive coordinator, just like it was with Ryan Beard on the defensive side of the ball with the previous administration, Casey's going to have his fingerprints all over that offense. But Locklear is definitely a dual threat guy, threw for over 1,400 yards last year. You'll remember the game that we did against him, Tom. He had 2 rushing touchdowns against us. I think he had 7 or 8 rushing touchdowns total. So he is the prototypical dual threat quarterback. But everything that Coach Woods says every time I hear him, whether it's on your show or anywhere else, is they're happy with the 2 guys they've got. They feel like either one of those guys can step in and give them an opportunity to win. I'm just curious what the timeline is on naming a starting quarterback, because Casey puts such an importance on who's stepping up to be the leader and how quickly this team gets a leader and can start rallying around him.
Do you think they'll pull the old, you're the leader, you're the number one, you're QB1, but not tell anybody until week of?
I'm still learning this coaching staff just like you guys are. I can't say for certain if I think that they might do that. There's plenty of coaching staffs out there, Rob, that would do that. I don't know if this is one of those or not. I don't really get that vibe from Casey and Coach Kalla, but you never know. We're just probably going to have to wait and see. But I'm very excited to be out at Plaster Stadium at 8:15 on Wednesday morning when practice officially starts. The boys report on Tuesday. And by 8:15, there'll be pads popping and all sorts of activity going on at Plaster. And whether or not I need my umbrella like I did today or not, I'll be out there to take it in.
Well, we talked with former Bear quarterback, backup quarterback Cole Forbacher earlier this week. He talked about the pace of the offense this year and how different it's going to be. And we know Casey Woods. We saw SMU last year and his offense last year.
Guys, they sprint. I mean, they sprint. Offensive linemen, quarterbacks, it doesn't matter. They sprint onto the field. They sprint to the ball. I mean, to say it's a tempo offense is disrespectful to tempo offenses. It's a sprinting offense. They just run up to the line, snap the ball again. I was trying to look it up, and there were some numbers in 2024 when Casey was at SMU. You know, they put up 511 points in 2024. They averaged 36.5 points per game, but they also set like an SMU record for plays from scrimmage.
That's what I was going to ask.
It was like over 1,000 plays in their 12 regular season games. I mean, they snap the ball and they are coming at you downhill from the moment they take possession of the ball. I think it's going to be fun. I jokingly said this the other day, Tom. I said, unfortunately, though, I think for Tom Mast and for Sam Block, who are the color analysts that work with us on the game, I don't know how much time I'll have to let them talk because it's just throw the ball, snap the ball, throw the ball, snap the ball. We'll get them worked in on defense, I hope, because offense, it may be a lot like a basketball game.
We remember that SMU game. I mean, that offense was quick. Of course, they got down in the first half.
Yeah, kind of changed things a little.
Yes, but it was quick, and we heard about it going in too.
Oh yeah, I mean it's the offense that Coach Woods ran down there that he's brought to Springfield. It's impressive. It's high octane. It's up tempo. I mean, fans are going to enjoy what they see, regardless of who is running this offense, whether it's Beelan, whether it's Locklear. I think you're going to have the opportunity, and you've got a bunch of weapons back. Having Jamari A. Robinson back at wide receiver is a big deal. He's one of those guys to watch preseason for Conference USA. So is Jaron Askren. Guys, we got one of the best tight ends in Conference USA, in my opinion, in Jaron Askren. And he's still a pup. He's still young. So, you know, that's a part of the offense. Ramon Green, having him in the backfield, having a running back that you don't have to worry about what down he's on the field for. He will run between the tackles. He will bounce it outside. And he was even on the teams the last couple of years with guys like Jacardi A. Wright and Shamari Lawrence. He's the best receiving running back we've had in the last 5 years.
Great to know.
That is. Absolutely.
Oh, I can't wait to go down and beat Texas A&M. I'm telling you, man. I tell you, when you go down somewhere like College Station, and you beat them on their place, and you take their money too, it doesn't get any better than that.
There is something about cashing a check for $1 million and getting a win that is on a different level, right?
Appalachian State at Michigan. I mean, they were FCS at the time.
Rob, I got to tell you, this would go completely veer off course here, but every year on Upset Saturday, when they play the clip of App State beating Michigan at the Big House, I cry. And here's why. The only time I've ever thought about leaving Springfield professionally, I went out and interviewed to be the play-by-play voice at App State. It was going to be a split job. They had a guy, and they're like, you're going to get football and maybe baseball. He's going to keep basketball and maybe something else.
Okay.
And then we'd help out on the coaches' shows. They flew me out to Boone, put me up in a log cabin. It was beautiful. The only problem was they offered me about the same money I was making here in Springfield.
Okay.
I was going to have to go from being a homeowner to a renter. I was going to go from being a 2-car family to needing at least one SUV with 4-wheel drive. And they offered me the job. I ended up turning it down. And I would have been hired a year and a half prior to them beating Michigan. So all I ever think is that could have been my call.
It could have been
played over and over and over again. Now, I am thrilled that my decision was what it was. It worked out well for me. This is my dream job, being at Missouri State, getting to call football and basketball, baseball. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. But every time that game comes up, I just get a little PTSD because I'm like, oh, could have been me.
I know, right? You think about those things, you know, in your career. You go, that could have been me, or that could have been my spot where I was. And you think about that a lot. I mean, that's especially when it's one of those type of iconic games. We always remember App State beating Michigan at the Big House. That's one of the games we remember. And we remember was it the Stanford band or the Cal band coming on the field in the Cal Stanford game. Remember that? We remember that. We remember those things,
the
right?
marching band refused to yield.
Yeah, absolutely.
We need to take a break on the program.
We do.
Final segment coming up. Corey's going to stick around. Can you stick around a little bit?
Absolutely. I don't want to go back out in the rain right now.
We'll wait for the rain to stop. All right, the opening drive with Tom and Rob and Corey Riggs joining us here this morning on a Friday, a rainy Friday in the Ozarks. Be careful when you're driving out there. Sponsored by Play Against Sports.
Your takes, your teams, your town. From hot stove baseball to big deal or not a big deal. Mornings belong to the opening drive with Tom and Rob. 7 to 9 a.m. on ESPN The Jock. Don't just listen, be part of it.
Summer golf season is in full swing, so how's yours? At Play It Again Sports, you'll find drivers, wedges, balls, bags, gloves, and shoes. Everything you need to keep your friends from talking too much trash when you're out on the course. Trade in your old clubs and upgrade to something that'll actually help your handicap. Because when you trade in, you win. Before your next tee time, swing by Play It Again Sports in the Fremont Center on Battlefield Road. And remember, when you trade in, you win.
All right, there's your new AC unit. You should be all set.
What do you mean, should be?
Yep, you should be all set. Thanks and good luck.
And that's when you realized it wasn't such a good idea to go with one of the guys who had the AC unit for cheaper. Rodgersville Heating and Cooling won't just chuck it in a truck, plug it in, and leave. They take the time to install and quality check everything they do, so you can come home to comfort with Rodgersville Heating and Cooling. RodgersvilleHVAC.net.
That's the ease at which you get information. You want it, you get it. Like that. Ask your phone, group chat, smartphone. You're always connected and informed in real time. No waiting. So if you're diabetic and still using finger sticks to read your blood sugar, what are you waiting for? Knowing your blood sugar levels instantly is important for managing diabetes. Call US Med at 888-665-0696. To learn more about continuous glucose monitors, a real-time instant method to track your blood glucose, US Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 1,000 private insurers. And the best part? Call 888-665-0696 and we'll give you a free insurance benefits check today. So call 888-665-0696 today. That's 888-665-0696 and manage your diabetes as easy as...
Culinary history with Retro Metro. Long before Surf and Turf gained its catchy nickname, people were already pairing the best of land and sea on special occasions. Retro Metro celebrates that tradition with their Jeremy and Julia Surf and Turf, a 6 or 10 ounce filet, served over Cajun cream pappardelle pasta, topped with 3 grilled shrimp, and a house-made crab cake, finished with fresh béarnaise. Experience the all-new dinner menu at Retro Metro.
I'm Chef Tiny, inviting you to Retro Metro for some giant flavors. Your table is waiting.
Going out of town? Take ESPN The Jock with you at 969thejock.com. You can hear the best of the Ozarks with Chef Tiny, Full Throttle with Craig Stagner, or The Opening Drive with Tom and Rob. ESPNthejock.com.
We'd like to invite you to join us on the opening drive. Give us a call or text at 417-866-0969 or reach out to us at the 96.9 Jock Chat app.
All right, back on the opening drive on a Friday, last segment of the week. We're here, and Corey knows this. He's probably heard before, but since I started this gig first of the year, it's like, hey, that's great. You know, Fridays, whatever. No, Fridays are good. Fridays are a good thing. I am one segment out from the weekend, and I'm excited about the weekend. We've got a great one coming up. Tom's going to be on the radio doing the Spring Birds this weekend, so you want to check that out. He'll be doing all the action and phonetically speaking all those names, which will be nice too.
Isn't that the funnest job about being play-by-play is learning? You ought to see my chicken scratch here.
Oh, no.
Corey, with some of these names. But, you know, pro baseball's a lot different than other sports when it comes to names.
Well, and the prep that you're given is a lot different too. I've seen the game notes and stuff for those games. It's like you and I grind out a lot of stuff trying to figure stuff out for Bears and Lady Bears basketball, stuff like that. And what they put on a platter for you at that level is amazing.
Yeah, the splits. I was going over. Yeah. I got there. You know, I always
colleges prect that stuff. They're like, Rob, we don't want people to know that he's only 140 against lefties, but he's 320 against righties.
Yeah.
But in the pros, everybody knows.
It's common knowledge in the pros.
Yeah.
Everybody knows.
Oh, I was like a kid in a candy store last night looking at all this And it's just too much, really, but I love it. I
Yeah.
absolutely love it.
Love the splits.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
Then
we do have a Red Friday segment we get in here. We've got to talk a little Chiefs here before we get too far into it, right?
Absolutely. Training camp for rookies underway. Again, we had talked earlier this week about Mahomes and the injury.
Yes.
And there's been a lot of videos of him kind of, limping around a little bit.
Yes.
I know he's cleared.
Yep.
But I don't think he cleared maybe to
move around a little bit.
some drills, but
Hey, guys,
not for.
he's a freak. He shouldn't be. We all know he shouldn't be back.
I know.
There is no world in which they operated on him so quickly after the injury happened to try and operate before the swelling set in.
Yes.
I mean, everything has been handled differently with him than I'd ever seen before. So this is a completely different deal. And how about seeing him taking snaps under center?
Yes.
You could have asked our friend Cole Forbacher about that. Is if you're never asked to be under center, it's a completely different world.
Sure.
And they're doing all of that to try and, put more of an emphasis on the run game and take a little bit off Pat's shoulders.
And that's the deal. Kenneth Walker III. I mean, you've got one of the best running backs in the league now in your backfield. They haven't had a 1,000-yard rusher in 12 years. I mean, this is a guy that can actually get some yards on the ground.
Who was the last one? Was it
Kareem Hunt?
Kareem Hunt?
Yeah. That's the last one.
12
before
years,
his troubles.
Yeah.
So-
That was the first career of Kareem Hunt.
The initial iteration of Kareem Hunt.
Yeah.
So you've got Kenneth Walker III back there now. He's more comfortable with the quarterback under center. And so they're going to incorporate that. And then he's going to have to adapt to being in that pistol running back position as well. So they got to run the football. That's the biggest thing they've not been able to do. They can run, they can score with anybody, but they got to eat up yardage and eat up time and give Mahomes time to recover, basically. And who's going to be the left tackle? That's another thing too. Those are the big things they got to figure out. But if you got a running back, it's less reliant on that left tackle. They don't know where that ball's coming.
I really don't think that they would be stupid enough to put him out there, Mahomes, right away. He's not going to play at all during the the preseason.
No way.
And I really just watching him. I mean, we're a month. What is it? A month and a couple of weeks away from exhibition for the first exhibition game. And
sure,
I mean, it's just like the Bears. It starts pretty quick. So
and it goes. I mean, training camp starts, and all of a sudden you're playing your first exhibition game. Like what? 3 weeks later, 2 weeks later, 2.5 weeks later, something like that. They're starting.
Yeah.
So you're going to see a lot of Justin Fields. Let's put it that way.
Hey, and I hate to tell you this, I freaked people out in the office with this yesterday. Look at next year's college football schedule. Week 0 goes away. We'll be playing on August 28th next year.
Really?
We'll be playing a week earlier. Week 0 will no longer be week 0. It'll be week 1.
Yeah.
And we'll be getting started a week before the holiday weekend. And that will they say they just, if they want to keep expanding the college football playoffs, they got to get started earlier because otherwise that thing's going to keep going until past the Super Bowl.
It's unbelievable. Yeah, college football is going to go a long way because right now, the second week of January is when they're done. Second week roughly is the championship game.
So, Corey, we were talking about this earlier this week. Judy McLeod, commissioner of Conference USA, indicated that she's open to expansion in the conference, which we kind of knew. We hear Tarleton State almost a definite down the road, and then one other team possibly. And there's some teams out there that have been, including one that has a athletic director that came from Missouri State being mentioned as a possible.
That's not the one I like. You'll get a kick out of the one. How about a possible Valley member?
Yeah, Illinois State,
Murray State.
Oh,
is my most recent one, guys. After Murray went to the College World Series, they have dumped a ton of money into baseball and a ton of money into basketball. Now, they are woefully behind in football. That stadium there is rough. But they are pumping a ton of money into basketball, renovating their arena, and they've made huge renovations to baseball. That's one that I have heard recently gets you into that area, and I think would be more of a match than Eastern Kentucky would. But yeah, Murray's on the map for that too.
They would match up well with was it Western Kentucky there, travel partner.
Well, heck, it'd probably, Rob, be the shortest drive from Springfield.
Yes,
would be to Murray.
Clarksville would be that would be probably the closest one, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So we're hearing, here's obviously Tarleton State, Eastern Kentucky, which is in the United Athletic Conference right now. And then some other ones that have come up include McNeese State and Austin P as well.
Yep. I've heard those names too. I just don't think the league is in any hurry to do anything right now. I'm interested to see what 10 plays out like through football and basketball specifically. And see if anything, Tom, I think we both know what they need to do is stop asking the men's and women's basketball teams to play on the same day of the week. we need to figure out, we need to not ask our fans to choose between, do they want to listen to Tom and the Lady Bears? Do they want to listen to me and the Bears? You need to make it to where everybody can be a fan of everybody,
or at least different times.
Yeah.
Right.
And
I mean, at least have you guys playing, one plays an afternoon, one plays an evening game or something. Right. Yeah. And look at the radio networks. What you guys are finding. Oh, we'll put them over on the stage. We'll put them over here. Cause you got your Learfield. We got to find a place for them.
Yeah.
To broadcast.
Yeah. That's the only thing that bothers me right now with that schedule.
They're usually, when they're playing on the same day, they're in different locations. It's not double headers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But a lot of times they line you guys up on time.
Except for Florida International, Tom, where they only like to play double headers and make it really inconvenient for the visiting radio guys to get their gears set up and get on the air.
Gosh.
Goodness gracious. I want to ask you about the expansion or the construction at McDonald Arena. We need to ask our trivia question first. Rosie Joe's.
Yeah, we got to do that. Hold on.
Rosie. Oh, there's no open. We just need to talk about the great food at Rosie Joe's and where it's located.
It's amazing. Aldi's exit. Go past the Seven Brew. Go past those Ark Assembly God Church. There it is. Rosie Joe's. Amazing chicken fried everything, man. Let's go.
Or just follow Rob there after the show because he's usually there for brunch every morning, eating a omelet, hash browns.
Don't tell him where I'm at every day. I mean,
now he's going to be mobbed for autographs.
Exactly.
Tom.
Yes. Come on.
Give
with
away
this new hairdo. Put your glasses on. Show them the.
I brought the old
glasses.
man look today. There we go. The old man look today.
See,
I can't read my. Look where my computer is.
His prompt.
I can't even reach it.
That's far away.
That's really far away.
So we have a Rosie Joe's gift certificate to somebody that can answer this question today. Are you ready, guys?
Ready.
Yeah.
Casey Woods, who is the Bears football coach, as you know, was part of a national championship team at Auburn. Which quarterback led that undefeated Tigers team when he won the national championship?
That's a good one.
417-868-0969, the number to call.
417-866-0969.
Yep. Did I say 868?
You said something, but it wasn't the right phone number.
No, it wasn't.
Frank calling Cox Health or something. 417-866-0969. I know the answer. Can I help you? Give us a call. 866-0969. Not much time left in the show because we're talking there. So,
which quarterback led the Auburn Tigers to a national championship when Casey Woods was part of the coaching staff? Corey, you know? You probably know. You have a good guess.
I think I know.
I was sitting here thinking about it and thinking about how up and down Auburn has been over the years, and the expectations never change, but they rarely deliver.
Auburn, the team that bumped us off the schedule for a couple of years.
No, they ducked us. For a couple of years. They weren't ready for the Bears when we come down there because I'm telling you, once we beat Texas A&M at College Station, nobody's gonna want to play us.
Just like
you better bank that money and get interest or invest it because nobody's going to play us when Casey Woods goes down and smokes those guys.
Well, in another year, you may have to go down to one bye game a year anyway but with what the P4s are doing and expanding their schedules and stuff, there may only be one of those out there for everybody to get. That's a school the size of Missouri State.
Unbelievable.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's changing. Everything's changing, isn't it?
Hey, talk about McDonald Arena a little bit because I know it's they've got at least $5.5 million for that new renovation. The raised of the $8 million needed, so construction starts.
I think the number's even bigger than that. I think they're closer to $8 million than that now. But
good.
only Patrick Ransdell and Casey Woods would know exactly. But I tell you what, Coach Woods took me on a tour, and it'd been a few years since I've been in McDonald Arena. But I had PTSD. I was back in there. It was like a kinesiology class all over again, running around in there. but what they are going to do to kind of honor the legacy of that building, but make it a modern football facility is amazing. They're taking so much time and paying so much attention to the small details. The fact that there is a huge fireplace in what will be like the player lounge, and they're going to keep that open, keep it available as kind of a congregation area for the guys. It's going to be really special.
All right, we got a caller now. Hey, caller, do you have an answer to our question? Who's the quarterback at Auburn?
Cam Newton.
Cam
Yes,
Newton?
indeed.
Yes, indeedy. That is correct. Who are we talking to?
Laura Fiedler.
Laura
Yep.
Fiedler. I will put this certificate under your name at the front desk. Our hours here, 8:30 to 4:30. So you can stop by anytime during business hours or those hours and pick up the certificate, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Hey, thanks, Lori. You better get it quick because I'll use it. So you better grab it. All right.
Thanks.
Thanks, Lori. Thanks for listening.
2010, Cam Newton led the Auburn Tigers to an undefeated season.
Cam Newton before really big hats.
Yes.
Yes. So, Corey, sneaker soiree tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely come out. If you don't have your tickets, get them. Come out to Great Southern Bank Arena. Doors open at 5. The party begins at 5:30. And silent auction item, you can bid on a chance to sit courtside with Tom Ladd and take in a Lady Bears game. It went for big bucks last year. You better get your bid in early.
Give them a bunch
Priceless.
give them a bunch of words to say during the game. They'll knock them out in like 3 minutes or less.
Priceless.
Hey, that's the show for the week. Thanks, Corey, for coming in. Tom Ladd, Rob Rodgers, the opening drive with Tom and Rob on ESPN The Jock. We will see you on Monday.
This weather update brought to you by David Kinsman Agency, your local Farm Bureau insurance agent. Count on reliable protection, rain or shine.
Springfield weather on the